let's go ahead and let's head over to the gym. We had a pretty packed day today. We went over and fixed some of the brake pads that Jasmine had, and we fixed some of the rotors as well. So we had to do quite a bit earlier, quite a bit. Also, if you're hearing a bit of noise, it's because we have the AC on right now because it's hella hot. So we kind of just have it blasting. And also, since my phone is right by the front, it gets really hot really fast, and so it can sometimes stop recording. So I just want to make sure that my phone stays pretty cool. Let me go this way real quick. But we had a super busy morning. We had to take the car in to do some maintenance on the brakes. The people at O'Reilly, so we went to once in our city, and then because we kind of live in a smaller part of the general Bay City, and so there was like an O'Reilly's pretty close by to us, and we ended up picking the parts, and so they ended up giving us the right brake pads, but they gave us the wrong rotors, and so they ended up charging us or giving they ended up charging us for the right one but gave us the wrong one. And so when we got to the tire shop, the people were like, hey, the rotors aren't the same size, but the brake pads are good. Luckily, there is an O'Reilly's walking distance about 3 blocks away, and so we had to carry a bunch of stuff over there and then carry it back so then we can replace that. So it was a bit of a mission, and then we were also going to show my dad that Mexican restaurant that we really enjoyed that we just recently found that's kind of close to us. And I was like, hey, maybe we'll show my dad a little bit of the spot because it has pretty good tortillas. And I was like, my dad's gonna like that. Man, we go over there and the hours are crazy. Like their hours are just all over the place. And so all over the place is my hair. My hair's like super crazy today. But their hours are all over the place, and unfortunately they were closed. They were closed on a Monday at 1 p.m., which sounds insane, right? Sounds insane. Who does that? But I don't blame them though, because it is a little bit of a smaller restaurant. Unfortunately, they don't get that much traffic, and I think that's they have to kind of cut back on some of the hours. So it's a little bit understandable. But today was just a bit of a hectic day. So now we're heading over to the gym. We're gonna be destroying some quads. We're gonna be destroying some biceps, and we're gonna be doing some forearms. We're probably gonna do a little bit of cardio, nothing too crazy, maybe 10 minutes. Get that out of the way, and it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. Hopefully, we get access to the hack squat machine because the warmer it gets, the more people are going to be going to the gym. You never know. You never know. It might be hella packed, and then we end up doing some Smith machine squats, or we end up starting off with some leg extensions. Sometimes that happens. So sometimes you have to kind of go prepared to mess up a little bit of your routine sometimes. Mostly if you're going to a public gym. If you're going to a private gym, typically you don't have to really worry about that because those are a little bit lighter because the fees are a little bit more expensive. But even then, some of those also get pretty packed. So you kind of have to take it as you will, I guess. The lab, for example, was I guess you would call it a private gym, but it felt a little packed, but it also felt a little bit small, but it wasn't too packed. I feel like it had a good flow of people, which is good. And so a lot of the public gyms don't really have a good flow of people. You kind of just see an influx out of nowhere, pretty crazy. And maybe that's where the private gyms kind of make it a little bit better, I guess, for people to go. But who knows? It just really depends on what you're comfortable with. You can make gains anywhere. You can make gains at home. If you have your own little setup, honestly, you don't need much. A nice little heavy cable stack, some dumbbells, and then maybe some, I don't know, maybe like a little squat rack. You can do a bunch there. So you don't need a lot to get a lot of gains. So I wouldn't stop there, and I wouldn't, let's say, wait till I have to be at a gym to start doing workouts. I remember I used to do workouts even in like the bathroom. I used to do like push-ups. So I used to be in the back of my this little backyard area that we had at my parents' house. Super small little area, nothing too crazy, but I would do little like little drills and stuff, things that you would find on YouTube. Nothing like super crazy. It was really more conditioning and cardio than muscle building at the time, and so that was just kind of really all the access we had for in terms of the gym, really. And then I started kind of like trying to get my mom to take me and my parents to take me to the gym, so that way I can start checking it out. And that's when I started kind of going around senior year, and I kind of just got really used to it. And then I kind of took breaks in between, and you guys have me at this point now. At this point now, after a 5-year hiatus from the gym, where we took the longest pause, we came back and we've been making some serious gains. I've been super, super happy about all the gains that we've made. We've been going super, super hard. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to progress. We're going to continue to do better. Hopefully, pretty soon we get to try out different gyms once we find a little bit more time. Sometimes around the summertime it can get a little bit busy for me, so I have to really see what my schedule looks like before I start kind of just jumping around. Unfortunately, I wish that going to the gym was like a full-time thing, but it's really just kind of like a hobby, so I have to really like prepare all the time just to make sure that it fits into my schedule, because we have a lot of things to do a lot of the times. Man, today I'm not having a good hair day, unfortunately. Someone was being super super funny today at the tire shop, now that I'm actually remembering it. So we were carrying back the wrong rotors that we got, the wrong rotors, and then we're carrying back the new ones that we bought, right? And so I'm carrying the one of the ones that they took off of Jasmine's car, so we can kind of measure just to make sure that we get the right one at the new O'Reilly's or whatever. And then we get we get back to the tire shop, and this guy sees Jasmine carrying the little box of the new rotors or whatever, or the old ones, the ones we're going to return later to the first location. And he was like, bro, you better grab. He was just basically telling me to grab and help Jasmine out carrying the stuff, because he saw that, because I put everything down. I put whatever I was carrying down, so I just put him down. And so he came in and he was like, dude,
That's right.
yeah, that's right. When he caught me, he saw Jasmine carrying some stuff. He was like, dude, you should be carrying this stuff. And he was like, I better not catch you next time not helping her out now. And it was just like the funniest thing. It was a really funny interaction. He was probably like, dude.
You're like, I was carrying stuff.
In my mind, I was like, I was just carrying everything. But he didn't see that side. But it was just like the funniest thing. My dad and Jasmine and I were hella laughing. Hella laughing. We're catching a little bit of traffic right now, but it is around the time where we usually catch traffic, so it's as expected. Hopefully, this time around though, they're not doing any type of construction, because the construction gets pretty crazy around downtown, and next thing you know, we're stuck somewhere, and we have to kind of maneuver around a little bit. But we're gonna be taking that new route, so I think we should be good. I think we should be good. But right before I switch over to the next clip, where you guys, I was just gonna talk about the Last of Us, because I did mention that last time. So we saw the new episode yesterday, right? I guess it comes out at 6 p.m. for us here where we live. I think it's Pacific time. And so we were kind of like all day we were all day waiting for it, right? Like around 3, 4, we were kind of just waiting for it. And we are like, when is it going to come out? And we were just kind of lazy to look for it. And it come out at 6 p.m. and we started watching it. All right, let's be honest. We weren't thinking that what's her name was about to shoot Ellie, right? Like, come on. Like, let's be for real. We knew something was going to happen. It was going to explain her story. So it's just kind of crazy to... It was just kind of crazy. I did just spoil it, huh? And I usually don't do spoilers, but I'm just being for real here. Like, let's be honest. They put that in the trailer for the next episode, but we know she wasn't going to get shot. Because she's like one of the main characters for this I don't know if it's going to be the last season, but whatever it is, but she's like the main character here, so.
It's probably the last season.
So I don't know. It was still pretty good. It had pretty good pretty good. What is it called? Pretty good action scenes. I think that my favorite scene was the ending, where, or no, it wasn't even the ending. It was actually for this next episode where they showed this like crazy ass like room full of pores, and then this one person just like like sitting in the thing and like right in the middle of all those pores, like super zombie-ish looking, and then he breathes out these like pores. And it was like the craziest thing. It looks super sick, and Ellie kind of just walks in the room because she's immune, and so she's good. So she enters the room in that little scene. I can't wait to see what happens there, because it looks like no one really can enter it outside of her belly because she's immune. So we'll see. We'll talk about it then. Let's go ahead and now switch over to the first clip. Let's hope that we end up doing hack squats. If not, I'll end up doing some Smith machine squats with Jasmine, and then hopefully the belt squat isn't taken so we can do it again, because that one has been super fun. I will see you guys at the gym.
Mic's on? Okay. We got lucky. We were able to get the hack squat. Jasmine was about to do this. We're about to start with the belt squat next to us, but it's better to start off with this, even though it's a good primer to start off with the other one. I think maybe on the next time or whenever I'm not that lazy to set it up. It's just a little bit harder to set up on the other side. And I figured since this one was open, why not do it? We're still in our warm-up. We're gonna warm up for one more. I'm gonna do these 245s, see how those are feeling, kind of get like a little bit of a feeler set, and then I'm thinking we're gonna do 35, then a 5 or a 2.5. We'll see what we end up adding. Or we might end up doing the 1.25 that we did last time and just try to get more. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Let's see how this one is feeling first, though. Okay. It's feeling light so far. Nice. Yeah. I think we can add some weight. I think we can add a 35 and a 2.5. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our first one. I'm actually gonna move the camera just a tiny bit more up so you guys can get a better view, because it looks a little low. It kind of cuts off my hair a little bit. Let me see. And it's perfect. Okay. That's perfect. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna put on. All right. This is what we're gonna listen to. Hold on, actually, no. I lied. Give me a second. This is what we're gonna listen to our first set. It's gonna motivate us. Let's go crazy. Two more. And just like that, we hit a PR. Man, we're getting stronger, which is a good sign. I have been upping my calories just a tiny bit, by like 100, so I'm around 2,600 calories a day. Nothing too crazy. Sometimes I have cheat meals like on Saturday, Sunday, but nothing too crazy. You know, I'm not having like a fucking buffet or anything. It's mostly just like Mexican food or food I can't really calculate because holy shit. I need to control my breathing. That was a lot. It's usually like Mexican food or Asian food, something like that. Nothing too crazy. So it's not really like the craziest cheat meal. I used to have a lot of like Indian buffet, a bunch of like fast food. So, all right. I think what we can do on the second one is I think we can do a 30s in there. Hit it for, I'm thinking 5 to 7. I think we can get that. So I'm gonna go grab a 25 and a 5 and do that. Let's see how that goes. You know, I'm not gonna lie. That last song really got us through that set. So let's thank Billie Eilish and Charlie XCX for that one. They really pumped me up with that song. So if you guys haven't listened to that song, listen to it. It's fire. Okay, I'm gonna take maybe like 2-3 minutes, and then we're gonna do our second set. Hopefully we can just as crazy as the last one, but we'll see what we end up getting. Man, I need to go use the bathroom, and I need to go drink some water. So we're in a bit of a predicament. Let's rest up and then start up. Let's do it. Let's hope this feels a tiny bit lighter. We'll see. And then it doesn't look like the belt one's gonna be taken, so we might just get lucky today. I always dread the start of these, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I just know how difficult these fucking things are, so I don't even want to start. And this pre-workout also has my blood pumping like crazy, so it's not the most ideal. Let's do the second set. All right, one more breather. I need 3 more. I'm not getting down until I get 3 more. I need 2 more. I need to catch my breath. Okay. We fucking got that. I can't breathe. Fuck. Okay. That pre-workout has my heart beating like crazy. Man. So I started doing hack squats, right? Maybe a year into kind of come into the gym. And so for the longest time, I didn't like them because they were just super hard. I just didn't really get the way to do them. Sometimes I was like staying too high. I couldn't really get my knees past my toes or whatever, and so I got just started practicing them, and then I got better at them, and then the gains just like skyrocketed. Like hack squats are such a good isolation machine that I would even put them better than Smith machine squats. Just because the stability is just so much better, and then you really get the craziest pump on this thing, man. I am not kidding. If you guys have a hack squat machine, if you guys have this one in particular, try it out. I think you guys are gonna like it. But let's finish this up. We got one more, and I think we're gonna do the leg press right next to us. Pray for me. Let's see what we're gonna listen to. This is what we're gonna listen to. I don't want to start. I don't want to start. Okay. The faster I do it, the faster I get over with. So it'll be fun. I need two more. One more. Okay, we got it. Let's go ahead and do the leg press next to us. Okay. This thing, for some reason, let me click on myself. It's gonna end up it ends up recording like the machine instead of myself. So what ends up happening like right now, it's on the machine, so whatever. I think what I'll do for this one is just maybe just record the first set, but I'll stay here for two. I'm gonna start out with 445s on each side with a 10 on each side as well. If that feels too heavy, I think on the second one, I'll go down to maybe just 4 plates or 4 plates in a 35. We'll see. I mean 3 plates in a 35. We'll see how it feels. But I'm gonna stay here for two. I'm gonna show you guys one. Let's hope for the best, man. I'm already pretty beat. I think it's the heat. Heat exhaustion is no joke. I'm fucking tired since I woke up. All right, we're gonna listen to Nights by Frank Ocean. I usually take off my shoes, but it's hella shit. Fuck it, one more. All right. I'm gonna take out the. I'm gonna take out the tens. Just do the four. I'll see you guys for some leg extensions. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's do our last exercise for quads already, man. I'm already pretty tired. I can't wait to show you guys a pump check. But we're gonna be using this trusty little extender that we like to put here so we can get a little bit more range of motion. I think we're gonna go pretty heavy on this one. We ended up doing 2 sets of the leg press. I'm thinking we're gonna do 2 sets of these. Keep it at around 5 sets total. I think that'd be pretty good. If I were to do a 8 set till failure, I'm not gonna recover on time, and then I'm not gonna be able to do it the second time on when do we work it out again? Thursday. So I just want to make sure I'm working it out twice a week. Okay, let's go ahead and get this one started. Let's see what we're gonna listen to, and then we're gonna go use the bathroom while Jasmine is right here, and I'll tell her to watch us stuff real quick. All right, we're gonna listen to "Waiting for You" by Majid Jordan. Listen to it. There we go. You're comfortable. We are going to do maybe this is 200. I think that'll be pretty. Bruh. The only problem is with this thing, it's kind of loose. Hold on. Let's put this in the medium. There we go. Get a better scoop. Oh, that was it. Let's go ahead and do one more. I think we're gonna drop the weight to 185. Get a solid maybe 7, 8. I'll be right back. We finally was able to use the bathroom. Let's go ahead and let's do our last one. I'm gonna stay here for one more. I'm gonna show you guys this one. I'm not gonna show you guys the adductor or the calves. Just because they're adductors and calves, I don't think I really need to show you guys that. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then we're gonna move over to some biceps. Hopefully the cable machine is open by the time we're done. If not, we'll do some dumbbell work. That'll be pretty good still. All right, let's do it. We're gonna move this up. There we go. Way better. I'm gonna drop it back. That was hella hard. I'm gonna take maybe like a quick 10 seconds and then we'll hit it for more. All right, let's do it. One. Yeah. That's it. I'll see you guys for some biceps. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's do our first set of these. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. I'm gonna do 160, which is almost a full stack, almost a little bit more than half. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna do I think one hand at a time. I think that should be pretty good. We're gonna use our mighty purple belt. Okay. Let's take a quick 10 seconds and make it for 5 more on this side. I think I'm gonna show you guys just 2 sets of these, and I think that'll be pretty good. Just because I don't know, I don't want to prolong this video any more longer than it needs to be. So let's do it. That was good. I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do 2 more. But I'm gonna for sure drop the weight because this feels that 160 was pretty heavy. So I'm gonna drop the weight to maybe 140. I think I'm just gonna show you guys the first set of these, and then the first set of the next set, or the next exercise, and then maybe 2 sets of the last one. We'll see what we end up doing. Maybe I'll show you guys 2 sets of the preacher curls, but just because this one's a little bit repetitive, there's no real point of showing you guys this one again. So we're just gonna stick to this. So I'll see you guys for some preacher curls up next. It's Jasmine's turn. Okay, so we're gonna do our second exercise for biceps already. We ended up doing 3 of the isolations, or 2. I have to look back at the footage. Honestly, I always forget to count because I'm just so tunnel vision on everything. But I think I'm gonna show you guys the 2 sets that we do here, and then I'm thinking we'll do some type of single arm afterwards. I think that'll be pretty good. But I'll show you guys the 2 that we do here. Try to go crazy, almost half stacking. Try to scoop it instead of like really gripping it. Because what happens if you grip it super crazy, your forearms come into play, and then you start getting the craziest forearm pump. And really, you want to work on your biceps. So try to scoop it. Try to like keep your grip just a tiny bit looser, because if you're gripping it too hard, your forearms kind of come into play. All right, let's do it. So scoop it like that. Let's see. Okay. That's pretty good. So my forearms didn't give up, and so that's pretty good. So I really need to incorporate that when I'm doing when I'm doing chest, because what happens when I'm doing chest is that I'm gripping whatever weight I'm doing, and my chest is not the one giving up first. It's my form, and so I think I just need to fix my form, or I need to go lighter. One of those. But for now, we're gonna keep doing the same thing because it's been working. So why not? Let's do one more set. I'm thinking we're gonna do, I don't know, maybe 50. 50 will do a trick. We're basically moving down 5.5, which is not the craziest drop, but it gives us the tiniest bit of leverage to get at least maybe 2, 3 more, hopefully. If not, then I don't know, I'll cry, drop set it, or either pause set. We'll see what we do. Doesn't really matter sometimes, honestly, as long as you're taking it a failure, or at least some of the sets. I'm gonna take maybe like about a minute. I'm gonna go drink some water, come back, and I'll show you guys the next set. I'm gonna show you guys the next set, and then I'm gonna show you guys the first set of the third exercise. And then the next clip you guys are gonna see is a pose down, just because I'm not gonna show you guys form, just because we're gonna be doing a lot of these, so it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go ahead and go hard. Let's see how we can let's see how crazy we can go. Hopefully we can get at least a solid 6 to 7. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. I'm gonna switch the handle to this one now, and I'm gonna show you guys the first set. We're gonna do just 2. I think I'll be pretty good. Let's move the camera real quick. I think for this one for sure though, we're gonna have to go lighter just because the last 2 were pretty heavy. And I just want to make sure I'm getting at least a little bit more like more tension as I'm kind of going down. So just slowing it down. If I go too heavy, it's gonna be hella hard, and I'm just gonna like or hurt myself. So I kind of want to gauge it. I don't want to go too crazy towards the end of my exercise, because then imagine I end up getting hurt. You want to I guess you would kind of call it playing by ear a little bit, where you're just seeing how you're feeling, and then seeing how you play around with the weight a little bit, so that way you don't get hurt or minimize the chances. All right, let's switch the handle. So Jasmine's just gonna be in here because she's kind of supersetting it with the one that we're doing. But we're gonna do some single arm over here on this side. So I'll show you guys a little bit of her doing her set. So if her form is bad, tell her in the comments. Hopefully I taught her well. All right, let's do 25. We're gonna start with our left and then just match it with my right. But we're gonna stay here for 2, show you guys 1, and then I'll see you guys for the post down. Man, you know what? I'm gonna do 20. What am I talking about, bro? I'm already tired. Seven it is. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot how many I did on the other hand. So I'm gonna just, I think I did 8 or 7. And I forgot how many I did on this side now. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna do 3 more. Okay. So, uh, I think I did a little bit more on my right hand. Maybe like 1 more, but that should be fine. I will see you guys for the post down on the next clip. Okay, perfect. All right. Here's my backpack. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we did. I think we should take a look at the legs first, just to see how they're looking. Man, today we got the craziest leg pump. Things are looking pretty crazy, man. I've been pretty happy. The hack squats have been moving up. We've been upping our calories a tiny bit more, and we're getting stronger. So things just go up from here. Let's do 1 more. I need to practice this posing more, man. Posing in itself is pretty fucking hard. I'm already tired. It's like doing cardio. Okay. Let's get the side leg. See how things are looking. Oh. Okay. Let's get the backside. And then let's go home, man. I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner. Today is one of those days that I didn't prepare, unfortunately. So whatever we find at home, we're going to have to scavenge and just eat that. So let's see what we end up making. Maybe we'll just make some makeshift pizzas like we've been kind of doing. Those are pretty good. Honestly, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just boil some chicken, throw it on top, make it easy for myself. But let's get the backside real quick so that we can get out of here. Okay, that's enough. I will see you guys tomorrow for chest day. Some hamstrings and some triceps. Man, I'm fucking beat. Okay. Don't skip, guys, and don't skip your cardio. I still got like maybe like 10, 15 minutes of cardio, so we're not leaving quite soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.